Good evening everybody. Welcome to my Friday night stream. I hope everybody is doing well this fine Friday. All is going well. Just close that window down. There we go. And everything's up and running. Good evening Mushy and Voodoo Gaming. Hi there. How are you? Hope you had a good Friday, a good week so far. Hope everything is well with you. And Nix is in as well, and Arthur's. How are you both? Ready for the weekend, I hope? Lots of exciting things coming up. Got to see what we've got in the mail and have a look at some more things. Maybe see if we can do a little bit of shopping, perhaps. Lizard GM, how are you? And Wallon, thanks for stopping by. And Mace, thank you very much for the subscription there. Thank you very much indeed. That's 5 months in a row with your Twitch Prime. Let's see some chef's hats for Mace. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. Thank you for your support. Doing excellent, and the weekend is here. Exactly, yes. Got a busy weekend ahead, so I'm really looking forward to doing some WoW tonight. Dark Prior and Blood and Torment, good evening. Am I going to jump again on the Brutus? Last time I jumped, I died because I mistimed my levitate, so maybe not. Might be a bad idea. We can do at least a little salute with a Brutosaur instead. That would work better. There we go. Eldrazi, good evening. How are you? Looking forward to the weekend? Been doing the Super Shuffle. Great returns. Excellent. I'm glad you found it useful. I have noticed that on Shadow Song here, the prices of things like the Tempest Hide have really skyrocketed. So my profits are definitely not quite as good as they were. That's for sure. Nice plans for the weekend. Yep, I'm going to be very busy decorating my son's room all weekend. So we're going to blitz the entire room. We've got it all planned and prepped, so we're going to have fun then. You're driving to work, are you, Dado? Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for your spreadsheets. That's really useful, finding out all the how to add the extra stuff in. Make sure you stop, reset the market for a bit. Well, have a look next. I mean, there's some good profits to be had there, certainly. Fever and cold, that's your weekend. Oh, sorry to hear that, Arthurs. Hope you're feeling better soon. Good evening, Bronx. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. And Bullseye. Loving the Super Shuffle as well. Most excellent. Excellent. I'm glad more people have been able to get some profits out of it. I think you made on 1 million just on flips. Wow, that's brilliant, Nix. Really good. Right, let's have a look, actually, whilst we're here. Let's have a look at the price of materials. Talking of the Super Flip, how are things looking now, considering the prices they were before? Did I have any sales on the Course Leather Bardings? I might have got a few in there, Mushy. Obviously, I didn't get a chance till lunchtime to have a quick check. But I did get some in the morning, I believe. So we'll have a look. Look at that. Look at the price of Tempest Hide there. 46 gold. So that's definitely a lot higher than my average buy price, which my average buy price is 1 gold 72. Luckily, I do have 7,000 Tempest Hide, so that should keep me for a little while. I just need to get some Expulsum to be able to make the Honourable. Yeah, it definitely skyrocketed. Partly in fault myself, because I literally scooped up everything I could whilst I was doing my research to see which would work, and in doing so, obviously I've inadvertently reset the markets on them. And the same with other things like the Coarse Leathers at 10 gold, Shimmer Scalp, and Deep Sea Satin's been high all on its own anyway, at 79 gold, which is really expensive. There is some nylon thread I can pick up here for 48 silver though. That's something at least. Let's pick up those whilst I'm here. Anything under 50 silver is worth it for me. Anything under 52 in fact, so I'll take that as well. And then looking at those bloodstained bones, my average is 9 gold 31. My mat cost there is 15, that's not right. I'm sure I changed that, but it mustn't have come through in TSM. Let me just check that. Not in there. Need to go into my materials. I had a couple of these that I needed to change. We'll go into our crafting reports, materials, because I set these manually a while ago. And we need to just change these. Rather than saying 15 there, that should say average buy for now. And the same with, I believe, coarse leather was the same. That's a fixed 8 gold. We need to change that to average. Oh, no, not Samadan plays well. We need average buy. I don't think that would work as a string. And then there was another one. I think it was misscale, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that was at 20, and that needs to be average buy, like so. I could put in the other strings, the default stuff, but for now that'll work for me. For the moment, that should work. All right, what else have we got? Let's have a look. Ah, Marsper, how are you? You're at 27 silver per Tempest Hide. That's a very nice amount. Definitely. That's really good. So looking at our prices, let's go just have a look. Let's go back and have a look at these. So now my Tide Spray's at 5 gold 33. I thought my average was higher than that. I think some of my accounting data from the other computer hasn't come through from looking at this. Bloodstained Bones at 8 gold 40. Now the average is 9 gold 31. We do have a fair amount of that, 4,000. So whether we need to buy any more, let's have a look at the... Is there anything that's decently underpriced? There's a 200 stack there I could possibly get. That will help my averages. I'll just take a couple of these just to help bring my average down. That and that. I won't bother with those other ones for now. There we go. You've been flipping mats too. Good game that. Yeah, definitely. Time Spray's super high on your server, so forced to do leather mainly. Well, that's a good thing with a spreadsheet, is at least you can find out which one's going to be cheaper for you. Definitely. Let's just move this a little bit higher there so we can see that. There we go. Wonder you haven't sold any Bloodstained Bone. Yeah. 6, good evening to you. Finally able to catch a live stream while finishing your day. Well, thank you ever so much for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. We're just going through checking on our Super Shuffle prices at the moment. So, interestingly, looking at these, I mean, Tempest Hide's the big one here. 1 gold 72 versus 46 gold. Big change there. Now, if I put that into the spreadsheet, we'd see some very different results as to what would be best to make. So much breaking down everything and seeing what's best. No worries, I'm glad it was useful. Okay, so let's actually check the mail whilst we're here, first and foremost. Let's go over and have a look. See what kind of sales we had the past couple of days since Wednesday. Now, have I got some purchases in them? We have got a few. There we go. So that's that. Oh, some good sales in fact. Bountiful Captain's Feast have done well. That's another good one. 181,000. Wow, okay, and some Sinister Gear as well. And we've got a few more just to reload there, so let's go through and do those. Do that as well. Mostly interested in Erfen today. Yes, I'm going to have a look and see how the barding's done, definitely, Mushy. I'll have a look. So far into your Steamwood Cartel rep grind, if you will get in the time you're alive. Well, hopefully, Darkfire, good luck. Great video again, no problem. Well, I'm glad it was useful. You sold about 20 auto hammers, very nice. Oh, what is the token price? Let's have a look at that. Looking podcast style while leveling your Tailor and Charter fight. No worries, Darkwing. Glad to have your company. Let's have a look. Token price 161,000. That's reasonable. How are we doing for gold at the moment? We could probably buy another token actually. Looking at that, we've got 1.3 million. So I'm going to buy another one because I'm going to need another 6 months game time very soon. So I might as well spread through this. Pick up one of those whilst we're here. There we are. That's done. And then let's carry on with the mail as we were. So we've got 55 in the mail, 190,000. So that's paid for the WoW token in one mailbox. That's pretty good going. Good afternoon, Aquaplex. How are you? We're just going to go through and look at everything here. So Bountiful Feasts have done really well. Loads of sales there. Bright yellow shirt. Even more enchants here. Dark silk shirt. Even more enchants. Good range of prices. Honey glazed haunches. And then a good number of sinister combatant stuff here. 12,000 for Pants of the Fireflash. That's very good. Well, let me just move this up a little bit so you can see the final gold tally there. And then down to... we sold those Battle Scarred Augment runes. 7 of those for 2,000. And then some more rings. Okay. So 190,000 with another few more to go. I'll just wait for that to reset on the timer, and then I'll open up all the mail. Then look at the last one. Let's go through those. So again, that's over 2 days since Wednesday, and I haven't really been doing many cancel scans or relists, so that's doing pretty good. Have you got all of that? We can delete that now then. Okay, and let's do a refresh on that. See if we can get that through. How are you doing tonight, Oreo? Are you going to coming over? Looks like he's going to get some food first. Killed it on the feast. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I'm ESP. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. And Itsy Misses. Wrong button. I needed the mailbox. There we go. And another 22,000. So that's about 200,000 in the mail. Oh, there was the preeminent chest guard. We sold that on stream on Wednesday. So that's a good finish. So about 100,000 a day we're doing at the moment. Very nice. Showing my crafting operations for my enchants. Of course, Wolf of Wall Street. Let's have a look. So my operations are the same as I've got with my my tailoring deep dive. If you look at that video, it's the same one. You can look at I've even got a paste bin of this at some point actually. Although I think my paste bin, I've reorganised it since then, so that might be out of. Let's have a look at, say, no, wrong one. Let's look in the groups. There we go. So we go to our enchanting. So something like the weapons, group operations. So crafting operation, 4 of each for this one, for the good weapons. And then those are basically 4 of each, and the minimum profit is the minimum between either 20% crafting as profit, that's on top of the crafting cost, or 400 gold, whichever is the smallest of the two. It seems to work quite well for me in most. I've got this the same for all my crafting operations. They literally are the same, 20% crafting or 400 gold profit. Oh no, that one's different. 10 of each is different. Wonder why I've got that one different. It's not normally meant to be like that. It's meant to be like that. Let's copy that. Change that. Might as well keep it consistent. There we go. And then I haven't got anything else on there overriding or ignoring things or things like that. It's all fairly standard other than that. Another token. Yeah, I mean the prices are doing well at the moment, aren't they? Right, all of that's done. So let's have a look at what we have on us at the moment. Probably, is there anything we can do on a post scan? Or is anything going to expire actually? First thing, let's take those off. And I think I might do a cancel scan on the enchants, just to see how they're doing. So let's deselect all groups. Just the enchants. In fact, let's just do the BFA enchants and run a cancel scan on those. This way we can just maximise, hopefully, our profits whilst it's a busy night on a Friday night, ready for the weekend. Let's just let all that come through. Lots of undercuts, obviously. Enchants are nice and cheap to repost, so that's why it's good to do a cancel scan if you're just coming on. And then you can have a look. Wait for that to come through. There it is. Pick up all the cancels. Wave, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Ready for the weekend? Hope you're doing well. Run through all these enchants, and then there's just 1 or 2 left, so I'll do a quick reload of those and then get those back on. Okay, let's take those off, and then we can do a post scan of those. Let's select everything, and then we can run a post scan, get everything back on, and then we'll do a restock. I may have to get some more Umbra shards, so we'll probably have to go through and do at least 1 lot of shuffles just to get some Umbra shards both ways. So we'll go both over to Erfen and then back again, I think. Best way to get enough Umbra shards to do enough enchants. At the rate they're selling, I definitely need to keep on top of that. Obviously it does take time to do as well. I will do a super shuffle. We're just going to go through that once I've started restocking. So looking at my prices, actually let's go for the restocking first. Actually no, we need to check the auction house first so that TSM knows those things that we've just posted on, it has a register of them, otherwise the restocking won't work. And now we can come through, go to our groups, restock selected groups. So a lot of enchants, a lot of bountiful feasts we're going to have to do. Hexweave bag we may or may not have enough cloth for, depends how our garrison's gotten on. So if we go to gathering for this, select all of these. Now Umbra shard, we need 28. So that's the thing we're going to have to do. So we're going to have to do a shuffle to get some more of those. We have everything else enchanting wise that we need. So before we collect everything else up and fill our bags, let's get that shuffle going. So how are we doing for materials for that? Timecodes braces, we can make 149 without having to change anything. So looking at my bag space, I don't have a lot of space. In fact, how much do I have? I don't want to go into the mail section. So what I'll do is items, merge free space, and that way it'll tell me I have 82 slots in the free, and so that way what I'll do, actually there's some things in there I can get rid of. I'll pop those in, the reagent bank. Let's just pop those in. Deposit all reagents. That gives me a bit more space. We're now at 93 free space. Okay, so we can make at least 93 braces. So I'll go through and do those. Oops, not 94, 93. And we just sold 2 packs of mastery. Actually, let's just do 1 less just in case. Let's create those. There we go. Oh, and a coastal surge. Oh, that's interesting. I haven't sold a coastal surge in a while. Now, actually thinking about that, I might need 2 slots free because these blues, when I disenchant them, actually no, I can send them over to Erfen first. Free up some space that way. Good evening, Will Webster and Crazy Pink Iguana. Super Shuffle. Yeah, I do like the name. I wasn't going to call it... Oh, and a Masterful Navigation just sold. Enchants are flying off the shelves today. Glad I did that cancel scan. So good evening those who came in. Hope you're doing well. Ready for the weekend. We had a good mailbox so far. 200,000. Getting some good sales whilst we're on stream. So that's even better. So a fantastic start to the weekend. Going to see how we get on with everything else. Going to do the super shuffle now. Get some braces going into Umbra shards. We need 28. So I imagine we'll have to do more than 1 round in order to get that many. It depends on how much expulsum we get the other side and how much we can get back when we go for the honourable gear. I've now got rank 3. I managed to pick up some, just a couple of marks of honour, luckily from a Battleground, so I have got the rank 3 now. Leatherworking bracer version of the Tide Spray Shuffle, a viable alternative if linen markets start getting too expensive. Yes, absolutely, Will Webster. Have a look at the spreadsheet, put in your own averages, and then you can see from there which is going to be the cheapest bracer to make. So it's still definitely worth it. We may need to create a super shuffle emoji. That's a good idea. I wonder what we could do. Right, so that's my bags full. So let's go over, send the greens over to Erfen using our mailing operation. Oreo's come to join us, so let's just go groups, mail selected groups, turn on Oreo's camera. There you go. You're going to come in, Oreo? Oh, you're over that side. Let's move that over. He's just by the side because we've got his cat toy. He's behind him there. There we go. Right, so is that all sent through? No, we've still got some more to send. So let's just close that down and reopen it up. Mail selected groups. Hopefully those will come through. Yep, can see some going. And then it stops, so you have to kind of close it and start it again. Needs a little bit of encouragement sometimes. Just got Oreo off to the side at the moment. We're getting there slowly. Now selected. I think TSN does a lot of these individually now. Waiting for another shard spawn. Well, good luck, Mushy. I hope you get what you need from that. Is that the one of the cloud serpents you need from that? Is it the Shar of Anger? Male selected? Probably not. Depends on how many you get, really, isn't it? Okay, there we go. That's all of those sent over to Erfen. So let's go and reset the new items. And then we'll go and disenchant the blues. Start off our Umbra shards. Let's just move this up so we can see the amounts coming through. There we go. Let's pop that there. The Onyx Cloud Serpent. Well, good luck. It sounds like a cool mount to get. You prefer farming the old raids, but at the moment you've saved on all your 110 and above. At the moment you're saved on all your 110 and above. Okay. You've been doing the Ilani farm. Okay. I spent a month camping Time Lost Protodake. Saw his body once in that time. Wow. That's not a lot at all, is it? It's worked out well on your server since it's BOE. Well, that's good. Oh, there we go. GU, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. After that, you'll go to the Terrace of Endless. Okay. Join the secret community. Oh yes, there is one, isn't there, for collecting up things. And all the things is a very large project. That's very true. Yeah, because it's a shareable drop. They changed a few things, didn't they? We got 2 Umbra shards in that. That's an unlikely one. Okay, so we might get close to our 28 we need here. We've got 18 so far. Yes, that old time limited currency. I know that one very well. Okay, so whilst I'm here, let's just £10 Blizzard balance. Add that to what I've got at the moment. New balance is 32. So we need another 2 tokens to get myself 6 months game time. So that's not too bad. I've got till April to get that done. So plenty of time. Right, so we're done with that. We're done with that. Let's go over to Erfen, check on his sales, and then do the other half of the Super Shuffle. So across to Erfen. You're dreading the farm mounts, but you're just 2 mounts away from 350. You want a cool Gul'dan lookalike mount. Wow, that's not long at all. 350. I can't imagine getting that many. I'm at what am I now with Mushy's mount? I think I've got 38 mounts. Right, let's have a look. Inbox. Okay, loads of bracers. That's going to fill my box for the first while. So let's take all of those first. If I've got enough space for those. You got 224, but haven't bought any. Haven't bought many, not. Oh, okay. Secrets group, they do basically giveaways. They have a few people, find them a lot and share them. Oh, okay. Got about 100 before you stopped in WOD. Okay. Happiest Fun Rock, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. We're just going through and doing part of the Super Shuffle with Erfen here, whilst also collecting on his mail. Oreo's lying on his catnip toy, which is why he's rubbing himself all on the carpet, on the rug, rather. Okay, loads more. Oh, we've got some sales here. Oh, we did get some coarse leather barding. We had a few sales there. And some more sinister gear. So that's 8,000. And then a lot more tide spray. How are we doing on bag space? 81 free at the moment. Okay, so let's open up all of those. Let's see if we've got enough space. I'm not sure we will have for everything. 63, 60. Should have enough for a little bit here. Okay, another 40 spare slots. Enough for a reload, I think. Oreo's enjoying his catnip toy. Right, okay, so we have last lot in the mail. More tide spray braces. Oh, look at that. More coarse leather barding. 250 price there, so that's decent. And a few expires of sinister gear. So another 6,000. Okay, have we got enough space? We've got 156 in the mail here. We've got enough for 40. So we can probably get this lot done. And then we're going to have to start on scrapping. Because we've got so much stuff here now. Good evening, Michael Ram. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. 26, 22, 20... Let's just save some space actually, because we're going to need some for the scrapping. Let's come over here, start on the scrapping first. We need to dismount, ideally, so we can fit in here. Okay, so scrapping away. Oh, we need to ignore some sinister gear. We don't want that being scrapped by mistake. So let's just go through and add those to ignore list. And the greaves and the vest, we'll do all of those. Everything else is regular stuff. So let's queue that up and we can start scrapping. We might as well put our bags up at the same time. You can see what we get through. I just think the shuffle is making the BOE group farmers pretty happy too. In what way, Will? I guess it means... good evening, Kefka777. How are you? Thanks for coming by. They get lots of cloth from those farms. Okay, so then they can sell it for a pretty decent price, I imagine. Yeah, if the price has gone up, I'll definitely take some. The cloths of the BOEs and the mounts, yeah. And then you've got the 2x4 farms as well. Jabberlols, how are you? I am on indeed. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Happy weekend to you. Their gold per hour must have gone up a lot. I imagine so, because given how much they probably get, and people like myself will readily buy any of their cloth if it's at a decent price. So I'll definitely be going for that. So all this expulsum that I'm getting at the moment, currently got 9 expulsum. I'm going to be turning into honourable leather braces, as that's still my cheapest by far at the moment, given my current price of Tempest Hide. Once I run low on Tempest Hide, then obviously things are going to change. Priest Holmes, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Happy weekend to you. Hope you're doing well. Just watched my expulsum price video and trying really hard to understand any of it. It is a bit tricky. If you've got any questions, feel free to shout them out in chat. Either myself or someone in the chat will be able to help, I'm sure. We're just going through and doing the shuffle at the moment. Just trying to get ourselves some Umbra shards so we can sell some more enchants. The main thing here is we want to maximise our profits, which is why we're spending the time doing the scrapping. But obviously this is taking time to do the scrapping, so you need to bear that in mind, that this is time that could be spent doing other things, Thankfully I like to keep it in small bursts, so it doesn't actually take a huge amount of my time. Just healing a +10, wow, he misses, that's brilliant. How did he get on? Did he do well? People do underestimate the time it takes to shuffle. Aquapex, that's very true. And as they do say in gold making, it's time is money. So what you do need to think about is your profit margins. The things you're selling as a result of this have to be worth enough for it to be worth your time. Most curious how to do it yourself. Do you need to craft braces 100 times? Like my sheep. No, that's only for the statistics. You don't have to do it in groups of 100. The only reason I did it in groups of 100 was just so that I could get some averages. All you need to remember is disenchant the blues and scrap the greens. And scrap the greens on whichever character you want to have the expulsum, because once you've scrapped it and gotten it, it's soulbound. You got some 400 boots. Excellent. Very nice. +10 with Tyrannical has not been fun for you this week. Wow, I've not done any mythics, so I'm very much green in that respect. I have done 1 +6 once in Legion. That's as far as I got. 403 eye level. Very nice. Very nice indeed. So let's pick up the rest. Mainly all more braces. So let's take all of those. And see what page. Just hit 400 this morning. Excellent. I think Samadan's a little bit off that kind of level at the moment. Let's do another reload. Get some more of this in. See if we can get some more scrappage going. And then we can go the other way and get lots and lots of braces. Let's take all of those. It's another 50. How are we doing for space? 61 space, okay. But how do you use the strings yourself? So basically what you need to do is copy those strings into your material prices for Expulsum and Umbra Shards and Gloom Dust and Veiled Crystals if you're using the new Super Shuffled strings. And what you have to do is make sure you've got an average buy price for all those materials like Tide Spray Linen, and then TSM will calculate itself the price of Expulsum based on doing this shuffle. So, oh, there's another cell in there. Oh, I've seen a step. Once I've done this, I'll run it through with you and show you. So, for instance, you would take those long strings, go into your crafting reports on any profession, click on the materials side, go into EXP for their Expulsum or something like that, and then click on that, and then in here is where you paste the long strings, and you put those in there. And then you have to make sure that something like Tide Spray has a, well, at the moment my Tide Spray map price is just average buy, but the main thing here is I do actually have an average buy price, purchase, min, average and max. My average is 5.93, and so the string will use the average buy price. And then it should all work in terms of pricing your Expulsum and your Veiled Crystals and your Umbra Shards accordingly. What did I miss? You need more breath to get your 415 leather and alchemy. Oh, okay. How do you suggest you keep control of all the things that you create every day and from month to month, because you forget sometimes what you created yesterday? Well, if you find a solution, let me know, because I'm always forgetting things, getting distracted by squirrels. And get lucky with the Valentine's Mile. I haven't tried. You did 8 years ago. Excellent. Yep, give it a go, Jabberlols. If you looked at the new video, the Bracer Super Shuffle, that extends onto the first one I made. Good evening, John. How are you? What's going on tonight? We are doing the Bracer Shuffle ourselves at the moment. Just got a whole load of tie spray bracers here. Everything's collected from the mail. Currently sitting on 79,000 gold as Erfen. So leatherworking, I can happily say, is currently a success. I'm going to go through and scrap all of this lot and then make as much expulsum as we can, and we're going to turn that into honourable bracers, and we're going to disenchant those. Yep, so these are all the tie spray linen bracers that we're going to scrap, and then we already disenchanted the blues. Hi, good evening, Scoreshane. We're doing very well, thank you very much. How about yourself? All set for the weekend? I'm just going through a mass scrap here at the moment. 23 expulsum. I guess what I should do is, before I start making the honourable gear, is double check on my sinister gear so that I've got enough of that. Because I still haven't got all my rank 3s on sinister gear. So I think we're going to end up using that first, and then we'll use any spare expulsum on everything else. No, she hasn't, Mushy. She used to play EverQuest with me way back when, but no, she hasn't really sort of been doing World of Warcraft. Although she has, I must admit, it was her that really helped me with getting all my numbers together when I first started gold making, and making sure that I kept on top of my prices. So that was awesome. Belmis, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. Just doing some Darkshore at the moment. Excellent. How many characters are you doing that on? I go to load up WoW for the first time since the second week of BFA. Oh, excellent, Will Webster. Well, I hope you find it fun and enjoyable. It certainly has been for me. No, not really, Mushy, but she has a very good analytical mind, so is really good at sort of seeing patterns in things, so uses that to lots of advantage. Wow, 33 expulsum so far, up to 34 already, wow. Doing very well, thank you, Velmis. We are just going through scrapping a whole load of bracers. Forgot the Darkshore, need to do that as well. Yeah, I did it last on Wednesday with Samadan. Obviously the other characters can't do that yet, so we do need to go over. It'd be nice to be able to do it on more characters. We need to level up Erfen. So many things to do and just not enough time. And there's me thinking of putting an extra challenge in there as well, trying out an NA server. Just not enough time to do everything, sadly, but we'll do the best we can with the time we've got and try and keep it fun, which for me actually scrapping is loads of fun because I know I'm maximising my profits here. Haven't killed any rares, no, haven't done that at all. Do you have 2 more toons needing to get their gear up to snuff to get in there? Okay, so that's something else to do, Scoreshane. Add it to the list. Alright, last lot of scraps coming through now. And we're almost done on that side. Then we'll restock on Erfen with a Sinister Gear. Make it an even 20. Might as well. I do like even numbers. Okay, so let's go over, have a look. How's the mount looking in terms of the auction house? A couple of things about to expire, so let's cancel those. Got a load of stuff on. Let's go do that. Pick that up. Oh, look at the fireworks. That's awesome. Pick those up. And then check on our restocking. So let's have a look. Got a few things we need to post on. Let's post all those on. Auctioning, run a post scan. There we go. Happen to have a video explaining what the override default craft value method is. Toggle when making a crafting operation. Can't seem to find anywhere, and TSM support groups are pretty unhelpful. So the default craft value method, that is in the settings under crafting. The default craft value method is this. So it'll take so to look at the value, it will look at the DB min buyout first, then it will look at DB market. So what it would be doing there is looking at, so say for example, what have you got? Say for example we've got some sinister leather waistguard here. It's looking at the min buyout of that of 8,500. Although this is probably a bad example because it's not ignoring random enchants. If it was something else that had a fixed price, it'll be looking at that price of that item and then using that to calculate what the crafting cost is, and therefore what the profit would be. So if you wanted to override that and put something else in, so say for example you didn't want to use DB min buyout and you wanted to use DB market, or you wanted to use region market, or you wanted to use your own sales figures or something like that, you could override it and put something else in, but without having to change what the default is. That's how I understand it to work. I've never used it myself though. Now the coin drop for you. I think I thought it was supposed to put in your average buy for time spray in the string. Ah, right, okay, yes, no. There you go. Glad it worked out, Jabba. Managed to sell the Sinister bow after 2 weeks. Excellent, Arthurs. Leather barding relisted. It's going on, I think. 6,500 total South Sea pirates have lost their lives this evening on your pursuit of rep. Wow, that's a lot. An absolute lot. Geek Fever, thank you very much for the follow. You changed yours to average buy, did you? Okay. Oh, got your evening, folks. There, Geek Fever. Thanks for stopping by. Just catching up on chat. No problem, Wolf of Wall Street. I hope that makes sense, because finally made it here. Welcome aboard. Glad to make you here. I'm glad it made some sense. Like I said, I've not used it myself, so I'm only going on how I think it works. So let's change that to a post scan of all of these. So coarse leather greaves, shim scale vest, get those on, and then check the auctions, and then we'll do a restock on just the leatherworking. So let's clear this queue. Don't need this just for now. We're going to do this one. So we have got a lot of sinister gear to make. Got some drums of the mounted to make here. Do we sell some? I didn't notice. Well, let's give it a go. So leatherworking, no materials to gather. Can we literally just make all of this with everything we've got? Okay, let's go through it. Go through all of these. Shouldn't take too long. And then obviously all this sinister gear will be good. I would say so. It must be everything's in my banker at the moment. Oh, we're missing some coarse leather according to that now. So coarse leather will be in the guild bank, I imagine. No materials to gather, even though I am on leatherworking. Let's try that. Okay. Maybe we just need to go and get some. Deftly floated into the bank. I think it'll be in the guild bank mainly. The coarse leather in this first tab. We have a fair amount here. Let's just take a few stacks so we have some. There we go. And let's have a look at our leatherworking again. So let's make a diving suit and a whole load of sinister gear. Here on Wellon's recommendation, my vids really helped make sense of gold Oh, no problem. Glad they've been useful. I'm just going to do a quick reload here. Happy to have finally made a live stream. Well, you're very welcome to stop by. If you have any other questions, feel free to shout out in chat. That's what we're here for. We just need to make some more Sinister gear, and then wonder how much Expulsum will get left after this slot. Let's see how that went from 326 gold to 107 gold on Expulsum for your mat cost. Okay, that's reasonable. I like that. So it's something to bear in mind when it comes to calculating your profits. That's probably, if that's your way of getting Expulsum, that's a realistic figure now. So going on from here, how much we need to relist these on for? Let's get those on first. Run a post scan on those, and then we can go through and make some honourable bracers for Samadan to then disenchant into Veiled Crystals and Umbra Shards. So 5 of those, prices look good. Post those on, and then now I've got this on a... we can make 25 honourable leather arm guards from our 25 Expulsum we have left. So let's create all of those. We have plenty of Tempest Hide at the moment. We need 12 per, and we've got 6,700. And we have 5,000 calcified bones. So looking at that, what's that? Let's bring up a calculator. So if we did 6,700 divided by 12 gives us about 558 honourable bracers we can make before we have to look at a different method of getting our crystals. So that should be plenty for the moment. Random Battleground win with 3 marks. Excellent, congratulations. It's nice when those ones happen. There's a mini shuffle based around the White Bandit Mask tailoring item. I've heard of that before. Someone's mentioned that before, haven't they? You make Sinister Bracers rank 3 on your server. They're cheaper than the hide. What do you do? Do you not sell your Sinister Bracers? Do you mean honourable rather than Sinister? Because Sinister can be sold for a greater profit rather than disenchanting them. I'm assuming. As an Alliance player, it can be tough on US. Can it? Okay. For what reason? Is there more Horde on US? Oh, did I miss another thing there? Because of the mat cost. Interesting. That's an interesting way of having it. Looking at tailoring recipes to choose, what zones do you first... what zones to do first? Most of Discovery or PvP stuff? Oh, you mean the old world stuff like the Pandaria and the Walls of Draenor? Getting a ward garrison for the first time. Yes, I've got one of those Blue Asina, sorry. We went through that quite a while back, slowly building it up. So I have the tailoring and enchanting emporiums, which is really useful for me to get my hexweave cloth and my temporal crystals. And then I've got a lot of followers with the extreme scavenger enchant, extreme scavenger trait, which then allows them to get more garrison resources, which I could then use to spend on things like sumptuous fur when it comes up cheap. It's definitely worth doing. Just started the project of getting the old expansion recipes for tailoring and enchanting. Yeah, it's a good idea, Zanzaful, because doing the old world stuff as well as new world does give you more opportunities. Okay, so we've done our copy over. Let me just... what are we missing here? Some of these things haven't gone on. Let me just have a look. The White Bandit Mask discharges into Brilliant Shards and Illusion Dust. Okay. Remember the one for Hypnotic Dust. Okay, well, if you If you find it, let us know. We're just going to go here and check on some of these. I imagine these might be slightly below my minimum price. What's my minimum price? Craft leather. I don't see Sinister Gear Craft. Sinister Gear Craft Mail. There's no sell on those. Okay, so let's just check that in the groups. Do we have Sinister Gear Leather Sell? Aha, they're missing. That one and that one can go in. And then Mail can go in there. And add in there. That'll be why those weren't there. Let's put those back on. And then run another post scan. There we go. Use the braces for hypnotic. Oh, okay. Death Silk braces, right. Interesting. Now, do I have to do a reload? I do have to do a reload because they had ignore random enchants on. That was it, the braces. Excellent, okay. Do 10 runs, bulk craft, disenchant, do that. Okay. You should always trust the Gathering Crafts blindly. You need to buy 1,413 deep sea satin, but it also wants you to craft 719 embroidered deep sea satin. No, don't trust it blindly. Have a double check of the numbers, because sometimes TSM will look at multiple methods. It all depends in your list when you're crafting something. When you're in the gathering section, you've got the different sources here between vendor, guild bank, alts, craft when profitable. There's also craft when unprofitable. So you could maybe, you don't necessarily have to have all these sources, but that could throw TSM into suggesting you make it a certain way, like craft unprofitable, when it might not be a good idea to do so. So it is worth keeping an eye on things, definitely. Just going to run a post scan on this lot. What else have we got here? Sinister Gear, let's go through those. Post those 3 on. Now we will swap back to Samadan, because he will now have a load of honourable braces to turn into veiled crystals and umbra shards, which means that Samadan can then do all his crafting and restocking. We'll get there, we'll just have to work through all the different stages. Let's go through this and open up this. Yeah, loads and loads of honourable here. So let's take all of those. And the spare tie spray linen, which we got back from scrapping, and the nylon thread. So now we have all these honourable, which you're going to go through and disenchant to give us, hopefully, some umbra shards as well as veiled crystals. So about a third of them will be an umbra shard. Yeah, currently looking like that at the moment. 2 veiled, then an umbra shard, 2 veiled, then an umbra shard. Seems pretty consistent so far. There's an extra one in there. So currently my veiled crystal price is telling me the mat cost for veiled crystals is 185 gold, and gloom dust is 7 gold, and umbra shards are 135 gold. So a very decent price. You get both. Yes, you always get the veiled crystals, but you get the umbra shards on top of the veiled crystals. Sorry if that wasn't clear when I said that. That's what I meant. Hypnodust is still good for the basic bags. Which bags is that use the hypnotic dust? There we go. I had a dry patch of Umbra shards there. Can't remember the name. It's Ember Silk bags. Ah, okay, yes. Yeah, I don't think I've sold many Ember Silk bags. I don't think I have that in my main repertoire at the moment. Let's have a look. Ember Silk. Ember Silk bag. Currently at a negative profit at the moment. Probably from the Hypnotic Dust, I imagine. Yeah, Hypnotic Dust with the MAC cost of 34. Ember Silk bags being 596, but my crafting cost is currently 795, so I'd have to change my Hypnotic Dust price. And then the bolt of Ember Silk cloth is quite expensive as well. Looking at that, MAC cost of 18 gold. So the bolts cost me 278 gold. There I am. I cleaned my bags. I'm kind of doing it. Those didn't sell, I tried, did they? Okay. You get steady sales from otherworldly bags still. Otherworldly ones, interestingly, 0.1 sale rate. Those take the dream shards, 280 profit for me. For me, it's the Hydral Expedition bags that do really well. Those are the good ones for me. Again, you need the Ember Silk cloth for that. And then the dream shards, Hypnotic Dust, you need 8 of those. And then the Cosmic Essence, you need 8 of those. Right, okay, so let's have a look. Although the 36 slot enchanting bags, are they? Okay. Right, so restock selected groups. And we have a lot of stuff here. Now we do need some Blood of Sargeras. I wonder if we can find any, as we're in Dalaran at the moment. Can we have a look at any Blood of Sargeras? We've got a 3 there, and a 3 over there. That's for the Stonehide Leather. That one's for Starlight Rose. They're not ideal, either of those. You could probably do those. I do have Starlight Rose. I can pick up 10 of those quite easily. That's not a bad thing. Like I mentioned, Mushy, that raid where you farm the cloths is a good starting point. Yeah, that'll get you a fair amount, wouldn't it? Let's have a look. Order Hall resources. I do have quite a few, actually. Let's just have a quick look. What's available missions-wise? Oh, the Centenax is up. We can make sure we do that for some cheap Chaos Crystals. How many resources do we have? Can't see here. Let's check my currency. We currently have 6,400. I think that was order resources, yeah. 6,400 order resources. So we could go that way, couldn't we? Let's, where was the Starlight Rose? Let's have a quick look. It's 5k for 1 blood. Okay, that's not enough then. I don't have enough of that. Starlight Rose I might have in the other guild bank. Thinking about it. Looking at all of this. It might be too much hassle for the moment. Yeah, I think it's in a different place. I'm not going to ignore those for the moment. Enchanting wise, we'll come back to those another time. So I'm going to take those 2 off. Let's just focus on these. Hexreef Bag we might be able to do. And Bountiful Feast we're going to need to do. So gathering wise, let's select our professions up. Get the things we need to get. Which is going to be from here. Well, we need the task list open. Hold on. There we go. Open the task list. And I think I've done these. Let me just check them. I should be able to craft these. Let's get the Imperial Silk going. We remembered to do this last time. I've got some Windwool cloth on me now. So I can do those 2. And then we need to get stuff from the guild bank, which is that lot, and move this lot out. Lots and lots of things there. Midnight salmon, fine thread. That's a lot of things we need to buy for the craft, for the cooking. I wonder if that's too much for the moment. We may not be able to restock on our bountiful feast looking at that. Let's check the auction house, see what they're sitting at. I've got a feeling that that's going to be too much.
Have anything ancient to trade?
So let's open the shopping tab
At least 2 centuries old.
and scan. So how much do we need? We need a lot of these, like 800 red-tailed loach. Well, this isn't too bad. That's not too far off my costs. A little bit high though. 40, 42. What's my profit margins on the bountiful feasts? We need to look at that just to see whether we're actually going to be in a position to go up a little bit higher. So bountiful captain's feasts are 650 profit at the moment. Red-tailed loach with a mat cost of 49. So we're going to add on another 5 gold per item. So that's another sort of 75 gold. Frenzied Fangtooth is about right. Stringy Loins, Meaty Haunch is at 15. What were the prices over here? Let's just have a look. 22 and 24. We're slowly creeping up on the costs here, which I think would mean that the bountiful captain's feast may not be as high a profit margin as we think here. We're currently saying 650 gold as a profit, whereas all of these are going to be slightly higher than my mat cost at the moment. So Frenzied Fangtooth is just about a little bit higher. That's by 5 higher. 222 males full of gold, and you open them now. Excellent, that's a full. Sounds good. And then we've got to think about the quantities we need in all of these. We need like 500, 800 each of these. Is there that much on the auction house? There isn't really. So I've got a feeling that these bountiful feasts are not worth, by the time I bought all these things, they're not going to be worth it. So I'm going to leave that for tonight. I'm going to come back to those another time, see if I can pick up some cheaper materials throughout the week and come back to my cooking. Sadly, I think we're going to have to ignore the cooking. Seasoned steak and potatoes we can do. I'll do those now, but we'll take all of these off. Actually, I'll just leave that for the moment. We don't need to do that. We can just clear the queue after that. Okay, so let's do the enchants. Do the things we can do. Really trying to remember what you use the small brilliant shards and spirit dust for now. Remember crafting those masks a lot, even in Legion. You can always do a search in the standard interface. It tells you what things are made with those. If it's a tailoring thing, there shouldn't be that many of them, I would have thought. And then let's swap over to this. So if we went to tailoring like that and did a search for spirit dust, is there anything that uses that? No. No, Spirits of Harmony. Was it an enchant or was it a tailoring thing? I wasn't sure. Spirit Dust. Let's have a look. Pandaria enchanting. Weapon enchants Windsong's quite a good one. I sell a few of those. I also sell Glorious Stats quite a lot of. That's another good one. What's in Unlearned? Dancing Steel. Haven't got that one. And then Pandaren Staff. I think I've sold a few of those. There was 494,000 in there. Very nice, congratulations. And what was the shards? Brilliant, small brilliant shards. Let's have a look. Small brilliant shard. Is lesser stats, minor stats, defense, protection, impact, winter's might. Don't think I sell any of these. Unlearned, we have Beast Slayer, Elemental Slayer, and Lesser Parry. Don't know what those do. Haven't got those. There's a few things you can make with them. Let's swap over to tailoring. Just make those and those, and then we'll just check our garrison for the hex weave. We might be able to pick up a few, enough to make one hex weave bag. We'll have a look. Let's clear the queue now, we don't need that. So let's go over to our garrison next. Do that. And then we can check what's next on our list of mental list of things to do. Would we need to make the larger shards and then one of the tome evolutions? Yeah, it could be. Could be that, definitely. I know I definitely need a lot of different things for the tome of illusions. Do we have anything in here?
I can smell your fear.
Our proving grounds. No, that's the wrong thing. We need that.
Salvation.
Ah, we've got what's that? Enchanter's Study, we'll take that. And any other ones? No, we'll leave the rest for the moment. The main thing I want to go check, so I think I've got maximum amount of garrison resources. I want to check the trader and see what we've got that I can buy that's cheap. If I can fit in, that is. Okay, so what have we got here that's cheap? What's in the 16 range? Raw meat, lilac, eggs. And nothing that I want. The main things I really want here are the sumptuous fur, which is currently at 40, or potentially, where's the other thing that I have? Raw beast hide maybe, but that's at 32.
Have a good one.
So I'll leave those for now, and let's head on round to our enchanting studies and hex weave. How much do we get here? Well, that plenty of hexweave cloth. That's going to be enough to make one at least. Where's my work orders? There we are. Make some more, please. Create those.
Safe travels.
And then the other side, we want to have this lot. Lots of fractured temporal crystals. That's going to be useful. And then restock on that lot. Oh, we need some more Draenic dust. How much do we have? Oh, there's loads in the guild vault. Okay. Okay, we still need to get some more though. So let's pick up some more. Whilst we're here, let's use the mobile banking. So we'll go through here. Use that. And then we'll use our guild bank. Enchanting. Where's the Draenic dust gone? There it is. Not in enchanting. Let's just pick up a stack of that. And then we can go and do another work order. Where are you? Over this side.
Hey there.
And create those. That's those ones done. Okay. What did I miss? I think I'm going to make large shards. Currently doing many runs in mana tombs. Would you disenchant the bind on pickup blues or vendor them? It would depend. You can use TSM's tooltip to tell you which you'd get more money for and go from that one. That's what I usually do. I usually find the weapons are good for vendoring and everything else tends to be good for disenchanting as a general rule. But look at the tooltip. TSM will tell you which is more sort of profitable. I was thinking, really like ponytail. How do you get it like you? It just took, what was it, about 3 years of just not bothering to cut my hair. And not having much on the top does mean I have to scoop it all from the back. I'm not making off the hexweave. I'm making the hexweave bags, yes. The stage gear is probably more profits. I haven't really tried that that gear. The stuff that you can go up the multiple stages. It's a market I haven't looked into. Darkwing Jet. I know of the one you mean, where you can have to upgrade it to different levels. I'm not sure how well it would sell. The good thing for me is the hexweave bags are a consistent seller. But I don't know what it would sell on my server. I'd have to try it out. I'll look into it and give it a go. At the moment I'm just going to carry on with the hexweave bags because I know they sell well. There's my hexweave bag, there it is. So we've got 146, so we can at least make one. There we go. Oh, you didn't have any luck with it, Nix? Yeah, I wasn't sure how well it would do on Shadow Song because transmog doesn't always do that well. I find the hexweave bags are pretty good considering that I got my sumptuous fur really cheaply. So for me, the hexweave bags actually have a higher profit margin. I literally just can't make as many of them. Whereas my deep sea satin is really expensive at the moment, so it's not worth me using deep sea satin on the deep sea bags. Because for me, the profit margins is much, much less. But all servers vary, and it's very interesting to see how it all comes out. Right, I'll just go post this lot on, and then decide what we're going to do next. Got plenty of things we can do. So yeah, 899 for a hexweave bag, 748 profit. We might as well get those seasoned potatoes on, and then some extra enchants we can put on. Good prices there, 2,000 for all of those, and given our mat costs now of everything, that's a 1,300 profit, 1,000 profit, 1,000 profit, 1,200 profit. Even the Culturan Herbalism is 24 gold profit with all the gloom dust. And then 1,000 and then a couple of shirts. Let's post all those on. That should be good. So you got Hexweave, 500 craft and 1,900 Oxo. And Deep Sea is 1,200. Interesting. So nobody buys the Hexweave. That's fair enough, Darkwing. It's amazing, isn't it, how servers are so different. Right, okay, so we're done there. We've got loads of stuff in our bags. We probably need to tidy a lot of that up. We can probably use our guild bank there. Well, we can open up that cocoon. Get ourselves some Imperial Silk. Right, okay, so let's head back to Borealis. Just double check everything we've got. Is it a good idea to pick up tailoring as a paladin? Or should you reroll it into a shadow priest because you like the spec? It's up to you. What do you like doing? There's no reason why you can't have tailoring on a paladin. Obviously, there will be tailoring things that you can't use, or will be less efficient to use as a paladin. But there's no reason why you can't. Press the wrong button again. There we go. Let's move around. I've got the nameplates on. Is that one? No, not that one. There we go. Shift friendly nameplates off. So we need to go over and do our missions. We've got some extra things there. And then we'll have a look at what else we've got on our list. Do we do some more PvP? Are there any more world bosses we can maybe look at doing? Are there any reputations we need to get? We're very close with the Champions of Azeroth now. We need to do that to get ourselves a little bit closer to part 1 of Pathfinder. So let's see what we've got here. One completed, which is more augment runes. There's another load of augment runes here, but this is the main thing I want, is some more Champions of Azeroth reputation. And with an extra 100 there, 225 and 225, that's worth doing. We're getting low on resources though. 130 on the augment runes, still worth doing probably actually. So I'm going to go for that. That's 100 resources though. I'm not sure I've got that to spare. Let's leave that for now. I'm not that desperate for the gold on that. Okay, let's have a look. What have we got next? Look at the map. We have Storm's Wake, Tortollan and Proudmoor. Okay. And then looking at the map, do we have anything that we need to pick up in terms of recipes and things? I can't see anything there. Let's swap to the other side. Nothing on there. Something just sold. We do have an assault going on that side. What do we sell? Sinister Combatants Pants of the Peerless. Excellent. What did I miss here? If you have the time, level a new alt. Okay, Deep Sea region sale average is 1422 and 1180 on the server. Interesting. You're easy getting Deep Sea mats compared to the Hexweave as well. Oh, okay. You have tried blacksmithing, which you thought wasn't that good. It didn't benefit much from the gold or gear progression. Okay, fair enough. Oh, we've just sold another. That's Mittens of the Peerless. Okay, so someone's getting this set. That's pretty cool. So looking at this, we did the Dark Shore. So looking at other things that Samadan needs to do, nothing on reputation at the moment that's easy. We do need to have a look at some PvP sides for Erfen. So we've got Battle of Darkshore is done. So let's look at the PvP front of things. So going on over PvP, let's have a look. Random Battleground will get extra honour for that. So let's try one of those. Join a battle. And we'll try an arena skirmish as well, just in case. We might be able to get one of those pop. We'll see how that goes. Whilst we're doing that, let's go clean up our bags and our bank, because that's looking a little bit messy at the moment. And then we can clean that up whilst waiting for something to pop. Keep your paladin with a blacksmith and take Taylor and another alt. Access to as many professions as possible is best. Yeah, I'd certainly wouldn't recommend dropping any profession that you've expended some time into. Sometimes I feel like it's better to just have multiple alts for that kind of thing. Deposit all reagents, let's start with that. How are we doing for space? Still a lot of enchants here that haven't got a profit margin on them, sadly. Battle scarred runes we can put on the market. All this food is not really doing a lot at the moment. Oh, there we go, random battleground. Let's join it. Let's have a look. Oh, this one. Okay, so we have usually, I don't know, a 50-50 chance with this one. It all depends on how everyone gets on. Let's have a quick look. Everyone's coming in. The main thing we want to do here is see if we can get a decent run. Hopefully. Let's minimize this, bring up our map so we can see everyone. Just going to move this down so I can see everything this side. Oreo's snoring away below me. The thing I need to remember of this is just stay in the background a little bit more. Got a lot of time to play, don't go to school or working at the moment, so I guess you can roll a Shadow Priest. Got a lot done on your Paladin. Yeah, if you've got a lot done already, then definitely go that route. And if you think Shadow Priest is going to be fun, I've certainly played Shadow Priest for a while. It's a good one to do. You right there, Oreos? Oreo's just sleeping in front of the camera. So, are we missing someone in our group 2? We're missing a person. Hopefully that won't limit us too much in this one, or that they'll pop in a bit later. One of the two. There we go. Okay, so what about 25 seconds left? No one else coming in. Let's mount on up. Get ourselves ready. So I'll stay in the background a bit more, I think, and just try and keep people alive. Let's go join in. Are we going to break right or left? Let's have a look. Looks like people are going left. I'll help out left. Whilst you go on. Select you and give you a shield. Then I'll stay in the background a little bit more. Keep you doing some extra. Come join in. Right, how's everyone doing over there? I'll just stay in the background. Keep some shields up. You're taking a lot of damage, so I'll keep you alive as best I can. Unfortunately, that was too much damage for me to heal effectively. They've all come in and we're all split a little bit, unfortunately. I need to line of sight out of this a little bit more. I think that's better, rather than just coming in here. Let's get a Shadow Man going on you. And make sure I can do enough damage. And come through there. There we go. And then get some dots going down. Try and keep you alive. Get some dots going on you. The main thing is you need a dot. I'm getting dotted. There we go. Keep everyone together. Keep everyone healed. Shielded, definitely. So we can have our atonement on everyone. I can just feel Oreo down at my side at the moment. There we go. Make sure everyone's got a buff. There we are. Doing okay so far. Fingers crossed. Oh, here they come. Let's get you shielded. Penance, help out with there. One of those. One of those, stay close. Got lots of people coming in, although they are all over the place a little bit. Don't know what that sign is in the middle there. Keep you shielded. Need to get you some health quickly, and then these coming. Oh, quick! Health, you need health. And you need health, and you need health. Stay close and I can keep you alive. Ooh, I came in rather quickly. But can't do that whilst moving. Should be able to do something though. There we go, shields up. No one else to dot, so I might as well Shadow Mend. Not enough mana, that's an interesting one. Of course, Shadow Mend isn't really that efficient. I should really be using my other things. You need shielding. Can't quite help you out at the moment. Yeah, everyone's come in, so I'll just keep the shields going whilst the dots go down. Oh, no, everyone's come in. Let's just try a little bit of help out here. Need some dots, definitely. Oh, they found me. They're coming in now. I'm completely low on mana, that doesn't really help. Just going to shield people up and dot people whilst my mana comes back. Didn't they change something with mana? I'll just keep you shielded a little bit longer if I can. Let's move out this way a little bit more. Shield myself. Sorry, I can't quite heal everyone when my mana's going down as quickly as it is. Let's try that a little bit better. They're all up there at the top. Okay. Let's just stay in this totem, maybe that'll help me with my mana. In silence, that will give me a reprieve for a little bit. Get some mana, hopefully. Let's get a dot going on you and a dot going on you. We've got rooted on that. And feared. Let's just move over here so we can help out a little bit. Orio's just rolling over on my leg, which is kind of a bit weird. Stay out of the way of that, I think. That's going to do me some damage. This reminds me of the times when I used to play Wrath of the Lich King and I was always out of mana, or I'd have to use bandages on everyone. Where's first aid when you need it? I guess I do have, it's all part of tailoring now, isn't it? I could do with bandaging people here. They've all come in. We should be close to winning now. Hopefully. We need to stay together. That's for sure. Just going to line of sight out of here. Everyone's kind of disappeared round, so let's see if I can help out in the periphery whilst I get some mana back. There we are. So, how's everyone doing? I know there's loads of stuff that's going off on the chat at the moment. I'll get to you once I've come back into this a little bit more. So I'll dot you there, you're there. Join in with everyone. Shield you up as best I can. Do one of those, do one of those, dots on those. Still low on mana. Almost might need to use potions and things if we carry on like this. We're almost there. Out of range. Oh, let's move out of that. That's going to hurt. You're in here, so I can do you. Give you a shield. Give you a shield. There we go. Fantastic. Gold strongbox, 40 conquest, and a mark of honor. Right. That was really good. Okay. What did we miss on everything here? Oh, and we sold something. What was that we sold? Oh, rich purple silk shirt. Excellent. That's good. Hopefully that was a good price. I'll have to check on that in a moment. So, what did we miss on chat? 2 for 2 today in PvP. More marks. Yeah, definitely. PvP, the only way to get the marks. You hate PvP. Yes, unfortunately. A good dust up. Yes, I haven't seen that pop myself since I got it the first time. Because I deleted the report and it still hasn't come back. You missed that expansion, yeah. I think the way they did it in Legion was really good with the world quests. The weekly Tortollan quest fella, you get marks really quickly if you do the Battleground whilst the quest is up. Yeah, that is definitely worth it for getting the extra 5 marks. Another good profession combo with Taylor, except for enchanting. You could do I mean, you could do something like leatherworking. If you're going to do the bracer shuffle, having 2 characters that can do both types of bracers would be useful. Where's a maze table when I need one? Yeah, definitely. Or get better at PvP. I mean, that's the thing is, I know it's kind of forced on us, and a lot of people don't like the fact that it's forced on us. But for me, it was like, okay, well, this is how I need to do it. Let's embrace it, and let's just work out how we can get better at it and improve on it. That was 3,000 gold. Yeah, I think so. That's my normal price. You're trying to sell the recipe. Any luck with that one? No one seems to want it. I think it'll be a long sell, that one, Arthur's. Am I living on WoW, streaming and YouTube, or do I have a regular job as well? Yes, I do have a regular job that takes up a lot of my time, and I also do lots of stuff with my family, so my time is split between the 3. I would like to do more WoW and streaming and YouTube, but in order to do that full time, I'd have to definitely up my earnings a lot more, which is the eventual aim. That's what I'm working towards. On your server, the no bloods bones anymore. You bought as much as you could. Now they are restocking its price. Jumped up to 50 gold. Wow. Okay. Good luck on that. It's one of those things, isn't it? You can never really have enough when the prices are good, and then when the prices spike, you certainly don't want to buy them. So we've got 1 mark of honour there, and we got an extra 2 marks of honour there from the gold box, so that's 3 marks of honour. That's good for another recipe and a bit, so that's a good start. What do I work with? I do animation for, well, currently corporate clients at the moment, but I've done computer animation for films, commercials. I've done computer games, so I've done all sorts of stuff. 3D's my thing, modelling and animation, so I'd love to be able to do more World of Warcraft stuff, but it's time intensive, and so I'm focused on the gold making instead at the moment. Ah, Fred said, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Ah, there you go. Want to sell rich purple silk shirt. Crazy, thank you very much for the follow. Hover my marks. I thought you saw another one or not. Yes, that's right. Well on. Erfen should still have one. Where is it? Yeah, Erfen's got 1 in the bag, so it should have 4. So that's enough for a rank 3 and something. I'll send these on over to Erfen, because I think that's a good start. And then maybe, shall we go over and do a little bit of levelling on Erfen? See how that goes. Because we're quite good here. We've got some sales coming in already. That's from tonight, so that's a pretty good start. 13,000 gold. So let's go, oh, we just need to send this manually. Where is it? Let's put those in to Erfen. Send them out. So that's doing okay, and everything else is doing fine. Now I need to put those on, the Battle Scarred Augment runes. And then we've got another, that's a lavender mage weave shirt. So what did we get for the rich purple silk shirt? We did sell it for 3,000. Excellent. That's good. There was a time when that price had plummeted down to 150 gold, so I'm glad it's back up to its normal 3,000 gold. And we've got a couple of other sales there for 4,000, sinister gear, and then a deadly navigation coming in. So that's also good. So let's try and add these sales. Let's pop in shopping. Let's look at that. Oh, we've got the arena. I forgot we had the skirmish on. Okay, let's join that. Let's see if we can get a good skirmish. Last time we tried a skirmish, it was 3 versus 2, which wasn't very good. So let's see if we can get a quick win on this one. Okay, Arthurs, have a great evening, and hopefully see you again soon. Alright, are we 2v2? Or 3v3? We are 3v3.
Friends, we gather today to see which.
Let's got that going on everyone. Let's pop my chef's hat on. Gotta look the part. Let's move this back down again. What have we got? Don't know who we've got yet, so let's have a look. I'm just going to hang back. I'll let them go in on their mounts, and I'll just shield up and stay line of sight. Let them come to us. Find out which side they're going to come. See what happens. We're all hiding behind the thing at the moment. Oh, we've gone broken that side. Not in line of sight. Out of range. Dots, dots, shields. Let's keep the dots going. Oh, that trap I should have dodged. Got frozen for that. Can't quite get out of it at the moment. So let's get a Shadow Man going on that. Let's try and get myself out of line of sight for this, or at least out of the way, seeing as the hunter's all on me and I'm stunned. That doesn't help. Let's pop the cooldown on that. Frozen again. Now they've crowd controlled me, so that's going to be difficult. Let's see if I can help out. Yeah, we won it. 15 conquest. That was very quick. Okay. Leave arena. That was very good. Didn't get a steel strongbox with that one, but still, very good. Let me put my chef's hat on for battle. Absolutely. And we sold Sailor's Pie. Excellent. That's a good start. Going very well, thank you, Risa. How are you? We're just in the middle of... We were restocking things before that popped up. So let's just go have a look. And shopping-wise, we will need to put on that lavender mage weave. That will be fine because the crafting cost is only 1 gold. So let's post that manually. And then those augment runes. Battle-scarred augment runes. Currently at 418 gold. So let's go in... maximum of 5, let's post for that. And what's that one? Potion of Defiance. Not sure if that sells or not. Let's try it. Oh, I have got one on there that hasn't sold. What's the vendor price for this? Vendor sells 62 copper, so that's only going to sell on the auction house. Everything else is all fine. So let's go clear some of this stuff into the bank. Clear that out. Do I farm these Marks of Honor for buying PvP potions to sell? The Marks of Honor is literally so I can do the Sinister gear. That's the main thing. Okay, Will, thank you ever so much for stopping by. Have a great rest of your evening. So the main thing we want the marks for is the Sinister gear. Erfen needs a lot of them for the Sinister Combatants gear. So that's the main thing we're doing for that side of things. And then there's other characters like Alchemy with Awakening we'll need to work on. So we'll do Marks of Honor for that if we do need any. I'm not sure we will need for our Alchemy though. It's mainly the leather working and the tailoring, and I guess the blacksmithing as well once we got that leveled up. Going to do all the professions eventually. So let's just clear out our bank a little bit and then we can move over to Erfen. So how are we doing bag space wise? Lots of cooking food, a few enchanting bits and pieces. Maybe we can pop some of that. That's a lot of gloom dust there. Maybe we need to organise this a little bit better. Let's pop those in there. This lot can go in, Tempest Hide can go in here, and the bone, because this is all my super shuffle stuff. So I'm going to pop those in as well. And then keep hold of the enchants. all the cooking food. The cooked food, let's pop this away for the moment, because it does use up a lot of space. We can always pick up some of this again later. Ravenberry tarts and wild berry bread don't seem to be profitable at the moment, so we'll leave those off, and that clears that a little bit. What have we got there? Stringy loins can go into this one, and then the wildflower can go in there as well. Okay, we'll leave that for now. Why such as furs in there? I think we ran out of space in tailoring, didn't we? Yes, that's right. Okay, we'll leave that for now. PvP pots only worth making gold, kind of, is the 30% damage on Battleground and the reduced damage ones, and even then not a lot of per honour mark. Okay, it's something to look into. I'd like to get everything on everyone profession wise would be my eventual goal, so we'll definitely go for that in the future. But for now, let's stick with, so Samadan is okay so far, I think. Progression wise we need to move on to Erfen, so let's go over and have a look, because Erfen is 112 at the moment, so we do need to level him up a little bit more. There's, of course, there's dungeons as well to do with Samadan. Haven't thought about that. That's another thing to think about. So many things, all the things to do. I haven't even got all the things. Can you imagine what I'd be like with that? Okay, so we're now fine on that side of things. So where were we at in terms of Drustvar, take the ferry, or we could do this for the Cyril bit. We need to do that, and then we can do some good skinning over in Drustvar. Let's start with that. Let's go to a slightly small amount. The raid finder is up as well. For the new raid, I haven't done that. That's an interesting one. I haven't done even the first raid, come to think of it. Alright, where's this? There we are. Let's take a ferry to Drustvar. Look always to the sea. Off I go then. Let's get ourselves a nice little view.
Heading to Drustvar, eh? You're lucky you got me, skipper, in this boat. Most of the ferrymen won't dock there
Screen
anymore.
captured.
What with all the dark rumours about.
Where are we going to find a good screenshot, really? Ideally. There's a nice one. Just as we come out. There's so many things to do, never ends. Absolutely. Well, that's the great thing about this game, isn't it? There is so many things to do, and as long as it's fun and interesting, then that's going to keep me occupied in all my spare time for here on out. But still,
Wasn't long ago the traders would frequent this ferry, looking to secure goods for the farmers and the miners there.
get a bit of flavour text.
These
There we go.
mines seem to have dried up, and the butchers are nowhere to be found.
So I was thinking of one of my stream nights doing a NA challenge realm, trying to get enough gold for a token, starting from scratch on a very limited playtime, like 2 hours a week or something like that, with nothing but a level 1 character, and seeing how long it takes me to get up to enough gold for a token. And I was wondering, if I did do that, whether to go Horde or Alliance. I wonder if anyone has any preference to see either. I might do a little straw poll or something. Alliance, of course. When I was looking at all the different servers, there's quite a few different ones that are, you know, strongly one side or another. And I only have Nadamas on this server, who's Horde, so I haven't really tried much of the Horde side of leveling or the quest lines, so that could be interesting from that point of view. But obviously, it all depends, you know, what other people would enjoy. maybe with a 110 boost, it'll take too long to level 1, don't you think? It would take long, but for me, it's kind of like part of the challenge is what can you do in the early days to earn some gold, and how long does it take to level up these days on a fresh character? And Battle.net needs to be US to be able to buy the tokens with gold. Yes, so I will have to do a special sort of NA Battle.net. Although I did hear that I would be able to at least buy game time, not Battle.net balance, if I linked it with my EU account. But you're right, I think it would be better to... enemy nameplates. No, we want those off for the moment, I think. Although actually, no, we do need those on because there's a load of deer here. Ah, macro. I need to change my macro. Let me just change that. Let's move this over. I've got that macro we had, which didn't work last time because World of Warcraft crashed on us. Let's remake that macro. Where is it? Macros, macros, macros. Macros. Here we go. Let's use this. So this is to replace this one here. So let me go and pick that. Let's make another demony type one. Create a new one. What's a good demony symbol-y one? Well, I'll use the same one, I would imagine. Let's call this, what's it called? It's not the cookie. Infernal Strike. Infernal Strike. Oh, we've got caps on. Infernal Strike. Whoops, we missed that. And then show tooltip cast. Do that. Save. Exit. And then we need to pop that and replace that one with this one. That should work. And then when we tooltip over here, we should just jump straight in. Yeah, that works. Let's get a couple of extra ones in. There we go. Do a few more. Get that working. Oh, I need to put my skinning gloves on. I must remember to do that once I finish this. Should still have those. Right, let's go quickly put those on. Which of my skinning gloves? These ones. Are they skinning, durability, culture and skinning? Yep, that's the ones. And then we can get some extra coarse leather and all the bits we need, which is going to be very useful. There we are. Right, what did I miss on the chat? We can't pay for game time with gold if you... Yeah, but I wondered if you could, but I did read on that, but the main thing would be, yes, I'd probably have to make a US one. Called Azeroth Autopilot, by the way. Super practical for leveling alts. Yeah, I think I've heard of something like that. Level from the start if you want, better on starting now. And buying BFL will still get a boost, to be fair. That's a good point, actually, Riso. You would, wouldn't you? I did think that way. Low-level professions have some charm while you level up. You focus too much on reaching max level. Didn't think of making gold whilst leveling. Yeah, that's the thing, is try and enjoy the journey, mainly. You need a complete new US-based Battle.net account. Okay, so it may be trickle. Okay, so it could just be the US Battle account. Use possibly to use gold to buy game time. Because the other way around it works around. Okay. Okay. If I get another battle net, that should work. Okay. I haven't done any charm bracelet farming at all, actually. So as in 2 hours is going to be 8 hours a month. You're not going to hit that 110k. Yeah, that was the query really. I was thinking about it. How much time do you need? And it was kind of like an interesting thought process as to whether it would be, you know, even doable. Maybe someone just wants to play for a couple of hours in the gold making side of things. Maybe you're right. Maybe I am making it too hard for myself doing all the leveling as well, rather than using a boost. It was kind of like the thought process behind it. Right, we need to head up this way, I believe. Yeah. So we did a little bit of the questing around here already. So we couldn't unlock this one without opening the opener quest. So at least we can do that, and then we can go down and do the pigs and things after this. You need to get better at your professions. That's why you stop here and watch YouTube. Okay. Thank you very much, Riso. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? I would like to do all the professions as well, which is another thing that I could focus on this side of things. Is I've only got the main 3 professions. I've still got lots and lots to do with Samadan and all the other characters like Awakening and what have you. Okay, done that. Have a look at that. At least I can do this now.
Disappearances, a new curfew will be strictly enforced in Fallhaven. For your protection,
ledger,
all villagers
records
are
things.
expected to
Oh,
retire
do I have to
their
wait for
homes
this
no later
to finish?
than sundown. In addition, we have received reports of dangerous creatures in the foothills.
Signs and
Anyone with
portents.
business outside the town limits is urged to use caution. Please report any suspicious persons or activity to Mayor White at once.
Right, is that done now? Right, still need to do the next lots. Okay, let's carry on around here. Do one down here. Then you need to farm the 1200 recipes for leatherworking. Yeah, there is that as well, isn't there? Right, lots of stuff here. Burn that. Remove that. Pick up that.
Dear Foreman Staunton, I
Skin the pigs.
for the delay in the latest
Oh, all
butchery.
the pigs are dead.
I was given some plant scraps by a kindly old woman down the way from my pig feed, but I'm afraid it may have been tainted.
And then there was something else here.
Swine have
There it
become
is.
afflicted with a malady that makes them unusually aggressive. It has been difficult to corral them for transport. I will attempt another
Let's
shipment.
get that
in
burnt.
weeks'
Work our way over here, and then we can start on some pigs. Let's get a couple going. Oh yeah, right, that should be enough for now. I haven't got to leatherworking yet. I'm trying to level and set up one at a time. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Start with one, then move on to another one, then another one. Yeah, one toon at a time, which means 2 professions at a time. Oh, I didn't realise Betsy was here. Slowly but surely taking the health down. Takes a little while, but we're getting there. There we go, there we got that. Finally getting cooking, tailoring and enchanting going. Good start indeed. Blue ribbon belt. Okay, let's have a look at that in a moment. Blue ribbon belt. Currently 224 versus my 225 coarse leather. Okay, so we're fine with that for now. Let's get some extras coming in. Just move a little bit around. There we go. Can't quite see where I am here, so let's move around here. All these are. Beast in there with glowing blue, purple eyes drops the cursed haunch. Okay. Purple eyes. Did I see something with purple eyes? I'll look out for it once I've done all my skinning. Oh, this one, Betsy. We did Betsy, didn't we? Drops the cursed haunch for the sausage for the achievements. Yeah. Okay, so we got something from Betsy, I'm pretty sure. Oh, we certainly killed Betsy. Didn't get anything special by the looks of things. Oh, it's a 2 to 4% drop. Okay, ignore Betsy. Okay. Yeah, that's a low chance drop rate. I'm going to do some more pigs. Combat the curse. What else do we need to do? Let's do a couple of pigs whilst we're here. How much is my market value for a cursed haunch? I don't know. We'll have to look one up. Is it a BOE kind of thing? Let's have a quick look. Is it something we actually have? Cursed haunch, 34 gold. Sausage in cooking that turns you into a pig. Oh, right. Cursed haunch. 34 gold at the moment, so a decent price.
If you find anything exotic,
I've never jumped from a dino mount into combat. That was quite cool. It's 60 gold in your realm. Okay, that's pretty good. Hexwurst, is that what it's called? Oh, that's a brilliant name. Let's have a look. Like bratwurst, my favourite sausage. They're called Hexwurst. Hexwurst. Is it with a U, I wonder? Hex W, Hexweave, Hexweave, Hexweave Essence. Doesn't look like we have anything on at the moment. Coltiran Cooking, Heartsbane. Okay. Heartsbane. Heartsbane Great Cloak. No, it doesn't look like we have anything.
if you find anything exotic, bring it to me.
Achievement related to those two. Sausages selling singles. Okay. So that's the achievement, is it? Hex Mix, bringing the Hexy back. All 4 bosses, at least 1 party member. What's that? That's interesting. Or Hex Mix. Unhex. No, I don't think it's that one either. So many things to do. Search for sausage. Let's have a look. On achievements, sausage Sausage sampler. Eat the following sausages from just far. Ah, here we go. Heartsbane Hexenwurst. That one. And then that gives you just the achievement, is it? Okay. You can buy them at the vendors and they sell now for like 3 to 500 each in your realm. Interesting. Okay. Right, look, we need to do some skinning here because we've got some spare pigs that hadn't been used. Those have died now. Okay, let's go join these ones over. Let's help them out with Betsy. Might as well join in. Bring in another one. Let's bring in another one over here. There we go. Okay, Amok, thank you very much for stopping by. Oh, what did we get? Sausage casing. Okay. Matted pelt, calcified bones. Lots of extra things, which is always good. This is what we want to do our skinning for, really. Let's get an extra one coming in. And an extra one there. That should be enough for now. Get these ones going for the moment. It's interesting with all those achievements, there are so many things to do, isn't there, in terms of achievements. I haven't even thought about that. So there's a couple of Tempest Hide there I got, which is quite cool. Combat the Curse completed, that's good. Can we skin these? Why can't I skin those? That was weird. I'm sure I had enough to tag them. Let's make our way out. Let's come back this way. Ava's Note and Farmer's Journal we need to do. Oh, of course they need to have looted. Yes, that makes sense now. What do we need to do here? Town Ledger List Record. So what do we need to do here? Somewhere around here. Do we go inside? Looks like we do. There it is.
Dearest,
Ava's Note.
I don't know who you think you're fooling, but I've seen you sneaking out into the foothills while you think
And
I'm
then the
asleep.
next one is
Whatever
over
it is
here.
you're up to, it better not involve that crazy woman in the woods.
Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Let's go a bit further. Loads of ravens here, so we'll just ignore those for now. And we'll get them all together. In one place. And then we can pick up the rest of the quest. Right, ravens done. Quest part done. There we go. You have one alt that you're on at the moment. Only thing he does is get vendor items, buy like 1 sale for 1 gold each. Put 1 sale for 300 gold each. People buy the stuff because human nature. Exactly, yeah. And some sell for even 1,000 gold. Yeah, that vendor flip is very much worth doing. I mean, it'd be interesting how much you could make just doing that. That's an interesting idea. So return to the ledger. Okay, so that's what we needed. We were looking at earlier. That's what's in here. We need to add this in, complete that quest. Then we confront Helena, wherever they are. Let's follow the quest round. Let's go around this way. Ignore the ravens. Where is... Oh, there's loads of pigs here. Oh, can't avoid all these pigs for skinning. Look at all of these. Oh, I might have to finish up killing those as well. Let's quickly skin these whilst we can. Hopefully not get interrupted too much. There we go. We'll come back to these in a moment. Okay, might as well just finish off these as they're bothersome and keep interrupting me. There we go. With that amount, around 300 items, all singles, not to saturate the market. Yeah, that's true actually. You can't do it all in one go. What else we got? Okay, those are all done. We need to head on over this direction. On the map, it looks like we need to go up and across a little bit. Okay, so that means probably... Can we get up here? Let's try up here. Ignore the ravens this time. Let's just follow the quest line round. I am enjoying the new graphics on these actually. Right, where are you, Helena?
What can I do for you?
You're going to turn into a witch, aren't you?
Safe passage to you.
Take a seat.
Insipid outside! This village is mine! The mother has willed it! You should turn away now, lest you share their fate.
Destroy the effigies. And then come back. Oh, there's a quest here. Which is kill enthralled animals. We can do that too. Lots of things over here. Lots of extra things here that look skinnable from the looks of things. So let's just do a little bit of this whilst we're here. You're right, Drustvar is a good place for a skinner and a leather worker to be hanging out in. And doing some leveling at the same time. What have we got here? More skinning, more skinning. There we are. Okay. Overpaid for add-ons. I recommend Doogie's Guide. You love it and can't play without it anymore. I've heard of them, but I've never looked into them. It's not really appealed, to be honest. Some bewitched things over here. Start with those. Seeing as your doggos. Do all of those. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Hold on, let me close that window down. Yeah. Is it actually against terms of service, is it? I know it's against terms of service for... It's for the add-ons, isn't it? To charge for something, which is why TSM offers all its bits for free. And it's only the premium is like a way of... Well, there's loads of them here. Okay, we might have bitten off more than we can chew here. Let's just do what we can. Seem to be doing okay so far. Yeah, that was quick. Complete that. Skin all of these. There we are. The way guys get around it is the add-on is free, but you pay for the guide. Right, okay. But the guide is a book. A bit like sort of like the guides you used to get with all games that came out. Effigies are over here, so Let's start with this one and work our way around. Oops, didn't mean to press that. Destroy that effigy, loot these, and then we need to run over this way, so let's go do that. Let's go straight for it.
You dare challenge me? I'll show you the Coven's power.
Helena Gentle. Well, this is part of the witch hunt, so we need to do this. Okay, you scared me. Well, yeah, I mean, anything that involves paying for things that isn't WoW, yeah, treat with caution. I always try to think, okay, well, a lot of things on the internet are free. It's kind of like the nature of things. Give things away for free, and if you need to earn money through it, you could do it through advertising or other things that make that information available but accessible to everyone is my preferred way of doing things, but that's just personal preference really. Obviously everyone has their own ways that they might want to make money and such forth, but I feel that if we can make things accessible for everyone. Do I need to go over this way? Yes I do. There it is. Right, let's get all of these. Tidy up all these. You have 400,000 gold. What to do with it? Keep saving it, and then you can. What's this? Last scroll. Grim Seal. Keep saving it and do it 10 times, and then you're 4/5 of the way there towards a long boy, if that's such a target you would like. With gold, you can make more gold. Is the main thing. If that's gold you're after. Okay, where to next? Over this way. Oh, there it is. Let's just jump over. Get straight in the thick of the action. Wait for that dog to come towards us. And then we can destroy that effigy. Getting quite far on in the XP here actually. And then return to the end. I think we're done on this part. Oreo's gone. Alright, let's go on down here. Or flip BOEs, yep, that's another good one. Bridge would be useful I think. Ignore the ravens this time. And then complete that quest. Choose that. What do we need to do? Oh, okay, well I might have to... Oh no, the raven's gone. Destroying. Done.
You will die screaming.
Okay. Death Curse Terror. Apologies, but we're going to have to do this instead. That died quickly. There we go, little cutscene. If you don't do it currently, BOEs can be an expensive lesson though. Yes, that's true. I haven't tried it myself. I'm too scared to try it because I don't understand the markets enough. Just in that town is one of the NPCs that sells the sausages. Oh right, okay. Thank you, Frenchstead. Like 5 yards from me. Now that I've finished the quest, quest line, that vendor's available. Right. Ah, here we go. Right down here. Literally
What is going on?
next to me. I like that. Vendor just for sausages.
Bits and bits and bobs.
Gold Shear Smoked. All of these ones. Okay. all of them. Let's just sell our junk to you first. So these cost 4 and 3 and 4 and 3 gold, and currently sell for multiple golds. No auctions of them on at the moment, but the region market value does have them on for a fair amount. Yeah, region prices is quite a lot. Interesting, very interesting. We buy 5 each, like that. Good evening, Rasheen. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. All ready for the weekend? We're just going to have a look at this. So if we had all of these, and we were to make a group, let's have a look. And oh, thank you, Mushy. Yeah, we are quite close to the end. So let's just make a sausages group. Vendor sausages. I wonder what the listing cost of these is, though. Let's add them in. There we are. Not spaghetti. Doing very well, thank you very much. Let's go through, and sale rate 0.07, 0.07, so you don't know really how well. Don't know how well they will sell. So a group operation for these would be something like not a crafting one. I do have the old vendor flip type operation, but let's look at these and call this region average, and we're going to sell them times 5 in stacks of 5. Let's try that. So let's go for stack size 5, 48 hours, allow partial stack, make that 96%, and then use DB region market average as a percentage, like, I don't know, 40%, but we don't want vendor sell, we want vendor sell as well, so let's use the minimum between the two of those, 40% DB region market average, or, oops, wrong button, or like I said, 1.5 times vendor sell. That should work. We'll take that, we'll copy that in, paste that in. Maximum will be 400%, and normal will be 100%. DB region market average. There we go. Let's try that. 1 stack of 1 is optimal. Okay. Because people only need to eat 1 of them. Oh, right. Okay. Don't want maximum. The minimum will make the vendor sell price the minimum less. Oh, good point. Actually, yes, it is maximum. I got confused when I had the minimum in there. Good point. Well made. Maximum and maximum, post at maximum, post at minimum for that, and we're going to change stack size to 1, amount to 1. There we go. Okay, so we need to assign that to our vendor sausages. Group operation, region average time size was already assigned because we made it as we did it. So if we were then to go to our Brutasaur, have a look at this, or have a look, see if those sell. Auctioning, vendor sausages, post scan. So these are going on for 600 gold, 400 gold, 700 gold, and 404 gold. No others are on. 0 auctions. So give them a go. See what happens.
If you find anything
Cool.
exotic,
Thank you for that. It's a good idea. Let's try it out as we're here.
step
Oops,
closer,
missed
it's
that. I need to collect that flight path up. And then we need to do just hand in this quest.
What brings you to Fort?
We'll have, what have we got? 218 versus 225 and 218 versus 233. So it doesn't really matter. I'll go for the highest vendor sell price, which is these ones,
I must have you to
and then
thank.
accept
I
that
never
one.
thought I would awake from
Okay,
that.
we're not going to do the rest of this just yet. Let's
Fort
Hearthstone
Haven is
back.
in your debt, stranger.
I think we're done with our
Please,
questing for the moment.
Tell us how we can repay you.
Is there a horde version? I imagine there probably is, yeah. Do I have a place where I have all my operation equations listed out? Trying to figure out what to use for cooking and engineering. I don't have a single place. You're more than welcome to have a rifle through my paste bin and see if you can find anything useful there. I've got loads of different paste bins with lots of different operations. There's a link to all my paste bins, so you're more than welcome to have a look there, see if you can find anything useful. It's the same sausages for the horde, okay. Drown your sorrows, cataclysmically delicious, and let's check. Okay, those are ones to think about, definitely. Okay, so I think that's me pretty much done for tonight. I've done all the things I wanted to do. We've done a little bit of leveling on Erfen. We've done the Bracer Super Shuffle, and we've relisted auctions for everyone else. Oh, right one too, yes. How are you? You just literally caught me at the end. Hope you're doing well. I have to catch you again on Sunday, perhaps. 3 sheets be 3 features wind. Something you can probably buy as alliance. Okay. Okay. Did I relist the bardings? I didn't actually. I didn't do a cancel scan. They are on at the moment. Let me just check. One last thing. There's always one last thing. It's like Civilization, one more turn. If we look at the barding, run a cancel scan, we've probably been undercut. Yeah. So if we pop those on, is literally at the end of the day. So there's going to be a new one on. And we've got the Marks of Honor to do as well, actually. So let's take the cancels. We'll leave that. Repost them on. There we go. You want some sell them for 1k on your Horde server? Okay. I'm doing excellent, thank you, Right One Two. Got a busy weekend ahead, doing some decorating for my son's room, so going to be very busy. But looking forward to playing WoW again on Sunday. So let's finish it up here. So thank you everyone for the stream tonight. Really enjoyed your company tonight. So yes, my next stream will be on Sunday. Touch wood, everything going well with the decorating. So, with that in mind, I shall wish you a very good evening. I won't do a host over tonight because I think I'm going to end it there and just rush straight into bed. But thank you all. Have a great weekend, everyone. I hope you make lots and lots of gold, and hopefully see you on Sunday. So until next time, happy gold making, and I'll see you very soon. Good night and farewell.